Hello friends, welcome to AffairsCloud Learn to Lead. Good morning to all the students. As you know, we already started the July month topic-wise current affair and we covered so many important topics. And today, important topic of discussion is economy and business related current affairs of the month of July 2022. So watch this video till last. But first of all, you have to download our application Careers Cloud from the Google Play Store. After that, log in with your email ID. Then click on this Crack Current Affairs section to subscribe our current affairs for 1 year as well as for 2 years. Both the subscription prices are very much low. But the most important thing, what we are covering under this 1 year and the 2 year subscription, we are providing you daily section. In the daily section, you will receive 3 things. One is the detailed current affair. Second is the question and answer format of current affairs, but both will be provided in the form of PDF or in the form of ebook. And third is the quiz section, and this can be attempted only on our application on daily basis. Next is the weekly section. Again, we are providing 3 things. One is the detailed current affair, second is the question and answer format, but both things will be provided in the PDF format, and third is the quiz section, which you can attempt on our application on weekly basis. Next is the monthly section, and in the monthly section we are providing you 4 type of PDFs. One is the detailed current affair PDF, which is known as study PDF. Next, all the detailed current affairs will be converted in the form of question and answer. That's why it is known as question and answer PDF, so that you can revise all the current affairs in the question and answer format. Next is the best 100 current affairs will be provided. That is also provided in the form of question and answer. And last is the pocket PDF. It means 1-liner, 2-liner or the 3-liners current affair will be provided to you, so that you can revise these current affairs very quickly before your exam. Next is topic wise current affair. This is very important section because we are providing 20 most important topic wise PDF. If you want to revise 1 or 2 particular topics, then you can use this topic wise PDF. If you are a banking student, then we are providing 3 things. One is detail, second is question and answer format of current affairs, but only related to banking and economy, and third is the quiz section. It is also only related to banking and economy, and you can attempt this quiz section only on our application on monthly basis. Next is exam PDF. If you want to cover all the current affairs before your exam of particular year, then you can use this exam PDF. Next is special current affair section. In the special current affair, we are providing you budget and economic survey. 2 things we are providing. One is detail, budget and economic survey. Second is question and answer format of budget and economic survey. It means you can recall that examiner can make these type of questions from budget and economic survey. If you are preparing for your respective state exam, then we are also providing state current affairs, and we are covering every state and union territory. So all these things comes under only one subscription. First of all, you have to just download our application Careers Cloud, then click on this crack current affair section, and you can subscribe for 1 year as well as for 2 years. And if you want 10% extra discount, then you can use this code ASH10. If you have any query, then you can email us on this email ID or you can call us on this number. So let's start July month economy and business related current affairs, and this is very important section especially for the banking students. So watch this video till last, and this is the first question. In July 2022, Credit Rating Information Services of India Limited CRISIL recently decreased India's GDP growth to dash from 7.8% for financial year 23. It means for the year of 2022-23. Earlier they predicted 7.8%, but now they predicted 7.3%. So answer of this question is second. So CRISIL, which is a Credit Rating Information Services of India Limited, has decreased India's real gross domestic product growth forecast to 7.3% from 7.8%, especially for the financial year 23 due to slowing of export demand. Remember, due to slowing of export demand and high inflation, and the country's recent revision of higher oil prices, and the GDP predictions are in line with the Reserve Bank of India or RBI estimates, which predicted the economy to grow at 7.2% for the financial year 23 from earlier guidance of 7.8%. So this is most important, that RBI predicted 7.2% in the financial year 23 and CRISIL predicted 7.3%. So you can remember very easily. And the inflation stood at an average of 6.8% in the financial year 23 against 5.5% in the financial year 22, reducing purchasing power that would revive consumption, which is the largest component of the GDP. So just remember, according to RBI, 7.2% in the financial year 23, the GDP growth, and according to CRISIL, it is 7.3% now. So moving to next question. As per the Ministry of Commerce and Industry's recent data, India recorded an all-time high in the seafood exports with a value of dash in financial year 21-22. So you have to just remember the data here, and according to Ministry of Commerce and Industry data, India recorded all-time high seafood exports worth rupees 7.76 billion. It is not in rupees, it is in dollars. 7.76 billion dollar with the volume of almost 13 lakh metric ton of seafood in the financial year 21-22, despite the several challenges in the major export market caused by the COVID-19 pandemic. So India shipped almost 13 lakh metric ton of seafood worth rupees 57,000 crore or 7.76 billion dollar in the financial year 21-22 despite heavy odds, and the export improved in the rupee terms by almost 32%, and in USD terms it is almost increased by 30%, and in quantity terms it is almost increased by 19%. It means India's overall seafood exports are now increased and the demand is also rising. In rupee terms, it is almost 57,000 crore, and according to Ministry of Commerce and Industry, in the USD it is $7.76 billion. Moving to next question. Name the company that recently won a multi-year contract from the National Insurance Company to accelerate digital transformation, and name of this company is Cognizant. So answer of this question is 3. So the US based information technology company Cognizant has selected as a strategic technology provider by the public sector general insurance company named as the National Insurance Company Limited to accelerate and help and manage its digital transformation. And NICL has awarded a multi-year contract to Cognizant to elevate its technology roadmap, help manage its centralized web-based core insurance solutions consisting of multiple applications, underlying technology infrastructure and security, and provide consulting services among others. In simple words, National Insurance Company Limited will use the digital transformation services of Cognizant, or they will try the new technology with the help of the Cognizant. Moving to next question. Which company recently announced an initiative named Startup School India for small city entrepreneurs? This is very important question, and this company is Google. So answer of this question is 3, and main keyword is Startup School India. So Google has announced an initiative Startup School India to organize accumulated knowledge into a structured curriculum to enable startups in the small cities to overcome various challenges. The initiative will help 10,000 startups initially. And this Startup School India is a 9-week program delivered virtually. Will have fireside chats between the Google leaders and the collaborators from across the startup ecosystem, spanning financial, technological, business to business and business to consumer, e-commerce, language, social media and networking, job search and the other areas. But you can remember, India is the third largest base for the startups in the world with nearly 70,000 startups after the USA and China. And total unicorns in India are above 100. And unicorns means the total valuation of the startup is now more than $1 billion. Moving to next question. Name the organization that was recently partnered with the Investment New South Wales of Australia to develop roadshow Indian technology companies. And this company is NASSCOM. So answer of this question is 4. So the National Association of Software and Services Company, which is known as NASSCOM, and Investment New South Wales of Australia, the Government Economic Development and the Investment Attraction Agency, collaborate to develop a series of roadshows specially designed for information and technology companies to highlight business and investment opportunities that exist in Australia. And the roadshows, which will begin in Delhi, remember it will begin in Delhi, will promote the New South Wales as a hub for the serving the larger Australian market and highlight some of its advantages. And the roadshow in 6 locations will assist spread knowledge of how to effectively launch and build a business. And it is primarily target at the Indian technology small and medium sized enterprises. So just remember, this organization name is NASSCOM, and they tied up with the Investment New South Wales in Australia, so that maximum to maximum investment can reach Australia. Moving to next question. Name the airline company that recently received the Air Operator Certificate from the Directorate General of Civil Aviation and became the 8th domestic airline in India. This question is very important because this airline is Akasa Air, and it was backed by Rakesh Jhunjhunwala ji, who recently died. So Rakesh Jhunjhunwala owned Akasa Airline, received the Air Operator Certificate or AOC license from the Directorate General of Civil Aviation, or you can say DGCA, and will begin flying by the late of July 2022. Now we are in August, it means they already started 2 flights, and the Air Operator Certificate or AOC from India's aviation regulator will make it the 8th domestic airline, not counting regional airlines. By the end of 2022-23, the airline will have 18 crafts or aircrafts, and thereafter will add 12 to 14 aircraft every 12 months, and this will make up its order of 72 aircrafts to be delivered over a period of 5 years. So recently, Ministry of Civil Aviation has given an NOC or no objection certificate for the operation of Rakesh Jhunjhunwala backed new airline Akasa Airline, and this is Rakesh Jhunjhunwala ji, who recently died. Move to next question. Which institute recently partnered with Nokia to set up a center of excellence to facilitate research in the areas of network robotics? This question is very important because we are talking about a very important company, Nokia, and very important institution, Indian Institute of Science, Bengaluru. Second is the answer. So Nokia has partnered with the Indian Institute of Science in Bengaluru, Karnataka, to set up a center of excellence in order to facilitate research in the areas of network robotics at IISc Bengaluru. So this center of excellence will be established at IISc Bengaluru, and the research lab will promote interdisciplinary research involving robotics and advanced communication technology in 5G as well as the artificial intelligence. And it will also develop use cases across industrial automation, agriculture and disaster management. So remember, the name of the institute is IISc Bengaluru, who partnered with Nokia so that they can set up center of excellence at the IISc Bengaluru building to facilitate research in the areas of network robotics. Moving to next question. In July 2022, Nomura lowered 2023 India's gross domestic product by dash from its earlier projection of 5.4%. So again, this is very important organization, Nomura, because it is also one of the credit rating agency, but Nomura has cut 2023 India's gross domestic product forecast to 4.7% from its earlier projection of 5.4% amid recession fears and rising interest rates. So answer of this question is A, 4.7%. And reasons behind lowering the forecast is like higher inflation, monetary policy tightening, dormant private capex growth, the lower crunch, and the global growth slowdown pose medium-term headwinds. So this is very important. And India's consumer price index or CPI retail inflation rate is now 7.01% in the June 2022 versus 7.04% in the May 2022. So this is the 6th consecutive month that the CPI inflation has remained above the Reserve Bank of India comfort zone, which is 2 to 6%. This is the comfort zone of the inflation, but now it is 7.01%. So this is high if we are comparing with the RBI comfort zone. And Nomura expects headline inflation in India to average 6.9% in 2022 and 5.9% in 2023. This is headline inflation. So there is a current CPI inflation estimate is 7% for the financial year 23. Just remember, Nomura lowered 2023 India's gross domestic product by 4.7% from its earlier projection 5.4%, and it is for the year of 2023. Moving to next question. Name the Indian cricketer who recently collaborated with Web3 startup which is known as Bliv.Club and WIOM to launch the first sports city in the Metaverse? This question is very important for the banking students, and answer of this question is Shikhar Dhawan. Again, answer of this question is 1. So, Indian cricketer Shikhar Dhawan has collaborated with Web3 financial technological company which is known as Bliv.Club and Web3 Metaverse company which is known as World in One Metaverse and also known as WIOM to launch the first sports city in the Metaverse. And the sports cities will be home to cricket stadiums, sports complexes, sports cafes, gyms, esports zones, sports cottages, running tracks, a 3D immersive sports museum and a sports library and more things. And the global sports market is expected to grow from $354 billion in 2021 to $500 billion in 2022 at a compound annual growth rate of 41%. And this Bliv.Club was founded in 2021 by Vikas Singh, Abhishek Kumar and Mohammad Sirajuddin. You don't have to remember, just remember the name here is Shikhar Dhawan. Which company recently signed India's first public-private partnership with CSIR or Central Electrochemical Research Institute for large-scale advanced lithium-ion cells manufacturing? So, this company named is Godi India. So, answer of this question is 2. So, Council of Scientific and Industrial Research, which is CSIR, and one of the institution of CSIR is Central Electrochemical Research Institute, and Godi India entered into a public-private partnership so that they can maintain, they can operate and they can manufacture lithium-ion cells facility in Chennai, Tamil Nadu. So, they will set up this manufacturing facility in Chennai, Tamil Nadu. So, you can see here, it is India's first ever public-private partnership for large-scale advanced lithium-ion cells manufacturing. So, India is especially focusing on green energy because we have to achieve 175 gigawatt of green energy targets by the year of 2022 and 450 gigawatt of target by the year of 2030. Moving to next question. At what percentage Morgan Stanley has reduced India's GDP forecast from 7.6% for financial year 22-23? So, this is again very important because we are talking about United States agency which is known as Morgan Stanley, and they has reduced India's GDP forecast from 7.6% to 7.2%. Answer of this question is 4. So, the New York, United States based investment management and financial service company Morgan Stanley, and this company has cut India's gross domestic product forecast by 40 basis point or 0.4%, because earlier they predicted 7.6%, but now they predicted 7.2%. This is very, very important. And it expects monetary policy normalization to continue, pegging the terminal repo rate at 6.5%, which is expected to reach by April in 2023. And consumer price index based inflation forecast for financial year 23 of India has fallen to 6.5%. Earlier they predicted 7%. It is due to modernization in the commodity price increasing, improving the near term trajectory on the macro level. So, just remember, Morgan Stanley has predicted the India's GDP forecast for the financial year 22-23 is 7.2%. RBI also predicted 7.2%. So, you can also see here Morgan Stanley trims India's financial year 23 GDP forecast to 7.2%. Moving to next question. As per the recent data by the Ministry of Commerce and Industry, the foreign direct investment inflows into the India research and development sector rises to dash in 2021. So, this is static question. Just remember the question as same as in slide, and the answer of this question is $343.64 million. So, according to the Ministry of Commerce and Industry, foreign direct investment inflows into the India's research and development sector hiked to $343 million in the calendar year of 2021, rising 516% from $55 million in the year of 2020. So, earlier the total research and development FDI was 55 million almost. Now it is $343 million. So, this is almost increase of 516%. So remember, FDI is permitted in the research and development sector through a 100% automatic route, subject to the applicable laws and regulations, security and the other conditionals. And Karnataka is the top. Karnataka is the top FDI equity recipient state in the research and development during the financial year of 2021, followed by Telangana and Haryana. So remember, in the area of research and development, maximum FDI comes in Karnataka, second is Telangana, and third one is Haryana. And if we are talking about country-wise, then Singapore is the top investing country in research and development during the calendar year of 2021, accounting for almost 40% of the total FDI equity in research and development, followed by Germany, United States of America. But the top is Singapore, who invested so much amount in the research and development. Moving to next question. Name the organization that was recently signed a memorandum of understanding with National HydroElectric Power Corporation Limited to set up joint venture company for exploring and setting up hydropower and pump storage project. So again, this question is very important because one company signed an MOU with the National HydroElectric Power Corporation, and this company is Damodar Valley Corporation or DVC. So answer of this question is 1. So NHPC, which was formerly known as the National HydroElectric Power Corporation, signed a memorandum of understanding with the Damodar Valley Corporation to explore the formation of a joint venture to explore and setting up hydropower and the pump storage projects. And the two power sectors organizations will work together towards harnessing the hydropower projects and pump storage project as energy storage solution in line with the national objective of the energy transition. And you can also remember about the Damodar Valley Corporation, especially for the West Bengal students, because its headquarters is in Calcutta. It was founded in 1948 and its chairman is Ram Naresh Singh. Ram Naresh Singh. Moving to next question. Which of the following organization or company recently partnered with India Society of Agribusiness Professionals or ISAP to set up call center named DigiVaani Call Center to help women farmers? So very important question because this is DigiVaani Call Center. This is the keyword and it is specially for the women entrepreneurs and specially to help the women farmers. And this company is NASSCOM Foundation and Google. So answer of this question is both 1 and 2. So NASSCOM, which is National Association of Software and Service Company, you can see here NASSCOM Foundation, along with the Google, has set up a call center which is known as DigiVaani Call Center, and it is in collaboration with not-for-profit body like India Society of Agribusiness Professional to help women farmers to scale up their business. It will also enhance the women empowerment and entrepreneurship program. And DigiVaani Call Center is being run on a pilot basis on initially reach out to 20,000 rural women entrepreneurs across 6 states. And these 6 states are like Himachal Pradesh, Uttarakhand, Uttar Pradesh, Bihar, Haryana and Rajasthan. You can also remember the name of these states if you belongs to these states. So just remember DigiVaani Call Center specially to help women farmers and women entrepreneurs, and this initiative is started by NASSCOM Foundation and Google. Next question is, what is the economic growth forecast of India GDP in financial year 23 as per the Asian Development Bank or ADB in its Asian Development Outlook Supplement of July 2022? And according to ADB, India will grow at the rate of 7.2% according to GDP in the financial year 23. So according to RBI, this is also 7.2%. I am repeating again and again about RBI's projection because it is very important. So in July 2022, the Asian Development Bank in its Asian Development Outlook Supplement downgraded India's economic growth forecast to 7.2% because earlier they predicted 7.5%. And this is higher than expected inflation and monetary policy tightening. And for financial year 24, they also lowered GDP forecast of India because earlier they predicted 8% and now they predicted 7.8%. And the inflation forecast for India increased to 6.7% from earlier 5.8%. And you can also remember India retail inflation measured by the consumer price index is hovering at more than 7% and it is expected to remain elevated in the coming months. So the main cause of downgrading India's GDP by all the international agencies, it is due to CPI, like consumer price index, or it is because of rising of inflation. Moving to next question. So you can see here ADB slashes India's growth forecast to 7.2%. Earlier they predicted 7.5%. What is the percentage of India's GDP growth forecast in financial year 23 as per the Federation of Indian Chambers of Commerce and Industry, or FICCI, in its latest round of Economic Outlook Survey of July 2022? Remember, Economic Outlook Survey is published by FICCI. This is Federation of Indian Chamber of Commerce and Industry, and they also load the forecast of India's GDP in the financial year 23 to 7%. Earlier they predicted 7.4%. They released this report in April, then they predicted 7.4%. Now they predicted 7%. So India's minimum and maximum growth estimate is 6.5% and maximum is 7.3%. Minimum is 6.5, maximum is 7.3 according to FICCI. And the decline is also due to the high inflation amid the Ukraine-Russia war, which reduced consumer demand. So moving to next question. As per the International Monetary Fund World Economic Outlook, this is very important. World Economic Outlook report is published by IMF in July 2022. India's growth forecast was reduced to dash from 8.2% for financial year 23, and this is 7.4%, and this is almost 80 basis point lowered by the International Monetary Fund. So IMF, in its World Economic Outlook report of July 2022, and this report is titled as Gloomy and More Uncertain, has lowered India's growth forecast for financial year 23 by 0.8% to 7.4%, because they lowered 80 basis point. Earlier they predicted 8.2%. And for financial year 24, IMF also decreases the growth forecast for India. Now they predicted 6.1%, earlier they predicted 6.9%. So on the global front, they also downgraded the global growth forecast for the calendar year 2022, and they degraded this to 3.2% overall global economy, and 2023 they predicted 2.9%. Earlier this was like 3.6%, this was 3.6%, and this was like 3.6% also. So this is also 3.6% and this is also 3.6%. So it means 2022 lowered by 40 basis point. This is lowered by 70 basis point. Moving to next question. Which organization recently signed an MOU with the Greenko ZeroC Private Limited to manufacture green hydrogen? So India focusing on the green hydrogen manufacturing facilities. So that's why Oil and Natural Gas Corporation Limited signed an agreement or memorandum of understanding with Greenko ZeroC Private Limited, and this was set up in New Delhi to jointly pursue opportunities in the renewable energy, green hydrogen, green ammonia, and the other derivatives of the green hydrogen. And this MOU especially is in line with the National Hydrogen Mission, which was launched to make India a global green hydrogen hub. And MOU is valid for the time period of 2 years. And remember about Oil and Natural Gas Corporation, Chairman cum Managing Director is Dr. Alka Mittal. And its headquarters is in New Delhi, and it was founded in 1956. Next question is, name the organization that recently signed an agreement with the National Skill Development Corporation to strengthen upskilling programs. And this company is LawSeco. This question is important, static question but important, because we are talking about NSDC, National Skill Development Corporation, who has signed an agreement with the LawSeco, a legal education startup, to bring a world-class skill development program resonating with the National Skill Development Corporation vision. So the main aim of this tie-up is to fulfill the need in India for skilled manpower and to narrow the gap between demand and supply of skill. The partnership benefits around 10,000 learners over a period of 3 years. And remember about National Skill Development Corporation. A National Skill Development Corporation CEO is Ved Mani Tiwari. Ved Mani Tiwari, and it was established in the year of 2008. Next and the last question is, name the company that recently partnered with the Boston Consulting Group or BCG from the United States to reduce its carbon emission by 42% by the year of 2019-30. It means this company, with the help of Boston Consulting Group, will reduce the carbon emission by 42% by the year of 2030, and this company is JSW Steel. So second is the answer. So JSW Steel has partnered with the United States based Boston Consulting Group to meet its decarbonization goals, especially to reduce its carbon emission by 42% by the year of 2030 versus the base year of 2005. And the collaboration specially focuses on applying digital and analytics to track, measure, simulate and enhance JSW Steel's environment performance. And globally, the iron and the steel industry accounts for almost 8% of the total carbon dioxide, but in India, the industry contributes 12% to the total carbon emission. So that's why we have to focus on the carbon emission targets, or we have to focus on the decarbonizing India targets. And India already targeted, like India will become carbon neutral by the year of 2070 under the United Nations framework of climate change in 2021, and this was held in Glasgow, Scotland. So this is all for today, but please like this video, share this video and subscribe our channel, and you can follow us on Instagram, Facebook, LinkedIn and our Telegram channel. Telegram channel link is given in the description box so that you can join very easily, and thank you for watching this video very carefully. Thank you guys, take care and bye-bye.